All right, you got your Premier League Matchday 30 updates in front of you. Good, because that's exactly where we're heading. We're not just going to skim the surface. We're diving deep, trying to pull out the really significant and fascinating bits from these matches. Think of this as your streamlined guide to what really went down without getting lost in, well, endless stats.
Precisely. And this was a week that really underlined the Premier League's compelling nature, didn't it? We saw some proper tactical battles, some surprising results that maybe defied expectations, and crucial points won and lost. Big impact on the table.
Absolutely. Matchday 30 wasn't just like a collection of games. It felt more like a series of mini dramas unfolding one after another.
Hmm.
We saw Wolves' impressive defensive discipline, Arsenal having to dig deep for a vital win, and then, yeah, that result from Nottingham Forest that, well, it absolutely turned heads.
And it's the nuances behind those results, the tactical choices, the individual moments, brilliance or sheer resilience. That's what we're going to explore for you. So where should we kick off this analysis?
Let's start with that Wolves versus West Ham clash. A 1-0 win for Wolves. Now, okay, on the face of it, narrow win, but what were the underlying factors there?
Well, what really stood out in that match was Wolves' incredibly well-organized defense. They adopted a very compact shape, yeah, effectively narrowing the spaces that West Ham's attacking players, usually like to exploit. Their tracking of the wide players was spot on to cut off a lot of crosses.
And the goal, the decisive one, came from a corner. Header by the center back. It really highlights the importance of set-piece execution, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. I mean, it might seem like a straightforward goal, but it speaks volumes about Wolves' preparation and the aerial threat they possess in key areas. They clearly identified something, maybe a weakness or just an opportunity to capitalize from those dead ball situations.
West Ham did push. They tried for an equalizer, but Wolves just held firm. What can we read into that defensive resilience? Is it just grit or something more?
I think it suggests real maturity and tactical awareness within that Wolves team. Even when they were under pressure, they kept their structure, kept their discipline, denied West Ham clear chances. That kind of backbone is, well, it's invaluable for a team looking to get a strong finish, maybe top half.
Definitely a morale booster for Wolves.
Well,
Okay, moving over to the Emirates then. Arsenal against Fulham, 2-1 victory for the Gunners. This one felt like a proper test for Arsenal.
oh, it was a fascinating encounter. It really showcased Arsenal's attacking quality, especially like in that midfield area where they pull the strings, but also their ability to respond when Fulham hit back.
Their star striker got the opener, didn't he? Continuing his great form. That through ball, it just seemed to slice open the Fulham defense.
Exactly. The movement of the Arsenal forwards combined with that, incisive passing from their midfielders. Think about Odegaard finding those pockets that created that opening. It's a testament to their understanding, their cohesion in the final third.
But Fulham responded, didn't they? A really well-worked team goal. It showed they weren't just there to, make up the numbers.
Absolutely not. That equalizer highlighted Fulham's own attacking capabilities and maybe, just maybe, exposed a momentary lapse in Arsenal's defensive concentration. It served as a reminder, that even the top teams can be vulnerable if you exploit those spaces effectively.
And then the Arsenal captain, wow, with a stunning long-range strike to win it. A real moment of individual brilliance.
Yeah, those moments of quality are often the difference in these tight matches, aren't they? It not only secured the 3 points, but also provided a significant psychological boost for the team. Even when Fulham pushed late on, Arsenal managed to see it out. That shows that resilience you mentioned earlier, so vital for their Champions League ambitions.
Right, okay, now for the result that had everyone talking. Nottingham Forest won, Manchester United 0. I mean, wow. What were the tactical factors that allowed Forest, fighting relegation, to overcome a team like United?
Well, this was a classic example of a team executing a game plan almost perfectly. Forest were incredibly disciplined defensively, yes. But crucially, they were also really effective on the counterattack. That early goal, a swift break down the flank, followed by a pinpoint cross and a, well, clinical finish. It really set the tone and forced United to chase the game right from the start.
And United, they had loads of possession, but just couldn't break down that Forest defense. What made Forest so difficult to, penetrate?
Forest maintained a very deep and organized defensive block. They limited the space in behind their line space that United's attackers love to exploit. They also showed immense work rate, just closing down passing lanes, denying United's creative players any time or space on the ball. And their goalkeeper deserves a mention too, made some crucial saves. It wasn't just grit, it was like a tactical masterclass in frustrating a more technically gifted opponent.
Massive 3 points for Forest in their survival bid. Absolutely huge. And a real wake-up call for United. Okay, let's shift to the midweek fixtures. Southampton against Crystal Palace finished 1-1. A tight affair, as you said.
Yes, a match where both teams were clearly prioritizing, getting valuable points on the board. Southampton started brightly, didn't they? Capitalized on a set piece, headed goal from a corner. Again, you see the importance of those dead ball situations cropping up.
And Palace responded, seemed to gain more control in midfield, and eventually found that equalizer through their star forward. What shifted the momentum in Palace's favor, do you think?
It looked like Palace adjusted their midfield setup a bit in the second half, maybe committed more bodies centrally. This allowed them to disrupt Southampton's rhythm and build their own attacks more effectively, culminating in that, precise finish inside the box from their key man. A draw probably, reflected the overall balance of play. Fair result.
Right. Then Bournemouth against Ipswich Town. Ipswich came from behind to win 2-1. That's a pretty significant away victory for Ipswich.
It really was. A result that underscores Ipswich's determination, their fight to climb the table. Bournemouth started well, took the lead, but Ipswich showed real mental strength, didn't they? Regrouped, found a way back.
That stunning long-range equalizer just before halftime.
Yeah.
That must have been a huge moment. Completely changed the complexion of the match, surely.
Oh, absolutely. A goal like that doesn't just bring the team level, it gives them a massive psychological lift going into the break. Huge. And they carried that momentum into the second half, didn't they? Secured the win with a well-executed counterattack. Speaks volumes about their resilience and tactical flexibility.
And then Aston Villa's commanding 3-0 victory over Brighton. That really made a statement, didn't it?
It certainly did. It was a performance that highlighted Aston Villa's attacking prowess and, importantly, their ability to disrupt even a fluid attacking side like Brighton. From the get-go, Villa pressed Brighton high up the pitch, just didn't allow them to build out comfortably from the back. Really effective.
Their informed striker opened the scoring, and then another headed goal from a corner. Villa seemed pretty effective from set pieces, too.
They certainly do. And the fact that Brighton, a team usually so comfortable in possession, really struggled to cope with Villa's intensity.
Well, it shows how effective Villa's tactics were. That second goal, again from a set piece, gave Villa a comfortable cushion, didn't it?
And they didn't ease off in the second half either, adding a third through their winger. Villa look like, a real force at the moment.
They really do. This comprehensive victory, it doesn't just showcase their attacking talent, but also their defensive solidity. They limited Brighton to very few clear chances. It firmly establishes them as a strong top-half contender, maybe pushing higher.
Okay, moving to the final batch of matches from Matchday 30. Newcastle against Brentford. A tight 2-1 win for Newcastle. Another close one.
Yes, a really hard-fought victory for Newcastle and crucial points for their European ambitions. They started strongly, got that early goal, but Brentford, they responded quickly. Well-taken equalizer on the counter. So it was pretty back and forth then, both teams creating opportunities.
Precisely. Neither side really managed to establish sustained dominance. It felt like one of those matches that would be decided by a moment of quality. And it was Newcastle's midfielder who provided that, wasn't it? A powerful strike from outside the box. Decisive.
A vital 3 points for Newcastle. Keeps them right in that hunt for European football. Then we had Manchester City against Leicester City, a fairly comfortable 2-0 win for the reigning champions.
Yeah, a controlled and, professional performance for Manchester City. They dominated possession, dictated the tempo, created plenty of scoring chances. They just have this knack for managing these types of matches, don't they?
Their star striker got the first, no surprise there, and then their winger sealed the win in the second half. Leicester, they seemed to struggle to make much of an impact.
That was really the key difference, wasn't it? While Leicester worked hard defensively, they just couldn't create any sustained attacking threat. City's defense is so well organized, so disciplined, they effectively nullified Leicester's danger men, a win that keeps City firmly in that title race. No slip-ups.
And then the always intense Merseyside derby. Liverpool against Everton, a narrow 1-0 win for Liverpool at Anfield.
Yeah, as derbies often are, this was tense, closely fought, regardless of where the teams are in the league. Liverpool started with real intensity, pressing high, creating some early chances, and eventually got the decisive goal through their forward inside the box, a sharp finish.
But Everton didn't just roll over, did they? They fought hard, had opportunities to maybe snatch an equalizer.
They certainly did. Everton showed real spirit, created several dangerous moments, especially in that second half. Liverpool's defense really had to be on its toes, stand firm to withstand that pressure and secure the victory. Massive 3 points for Liverpool keeps their quest for a top four finish very much alive.
Finally, Chelsea against Tottenham. Another 1-0 win, this time for Chelsea, in what was a crucial battle for Champions League qualification. Huge game.
A very, very significant result in the context of that top four race. Chelsea's early goal from their midfielder, a well-placed shot, gave them the advantage. But as you'd expect in a derby with so much at stake, Tottenham responded with real intent, pushed hard.
But Chelsea's defense held strong.
Yeah,
Their goalkeeper making some important saves, I gather.
exactly. Chelsea showed real resilience defensively, particularly in the face of Tottenham's attacking pressure in that second half. Their keeper made some crucial interventions, preserved the clean sheet, and secured what could be a absolutely vital 3 points for their Champions League aspirations. Massive win for them.
Q. What a captivating week of Premier League football that was. It really showcased the resilience of teams fighting for different objectives and the constant potential for surprises, didn't it?
Absolutely. Whether it's the tactical discipline we saw, those moments of individual brilliance, or those completely unexpected upsets, each match adds another layer to the ongoing story of the season.
So, reflecting on all these results and, the current Premier League landscape,
Yeah.
here's something for you and for our listeners to watch you on. Which single upcoming match do you believe will have the absolute biggest impact on the final standings? And what are the key tactical battles or potential surprises that make you say that? It's a fascinating thought experiment, isn't it? Considering how finely balanced things are at both ends of the table.
That's a compelling question. And it really highlights the unpredictable and captivating nature of the Premier League, doesn't it? There are certainly several massive fixtures on the horizon that could have significant ramifications, absolutely. It's tough to pick just one.